Hi everybody. So we wanted to give you an opportunity to see how CoachLogix works in real time and to kind of walk you through what it would be like to be coaching and using CoachLogix as the platform. What's wonderful about CoachLogix is that it provides a shared grounding place for both the coach and the participant to be able to make plans, to be able to see how the coaching is going, to be able to provide feedback. So we're going to give you a quick walkthrough of what CoachLogix looks like and some of the capacities of CoachLogix and some of its functionality. So you can see here that we have logged on as if we are a coach, and I'm actually going to show you that when you log on, you actually see this dashboard. So you enter in your email address and you enter in a password of your choosing. It does not have to be the same password that you use with your M number, something separate. So you log on to CoachLogix with this, and this is what shows up. So you can see that you have what's ahead of you initially. You have your agenda, you have what's coming up. You can see right here that there is going to be an appointment for Aaron and his sample coachee on Thursday the 11th, and you can actually say that you've completed the event or you can provide next steps. So this is what shows up. If you want to go a little bit further and look towards the roadmap, you go over to the left side and scroll down, and you end up under engagements. Now engagements is really any coaching relationship that you have at the time. So most of us will have one or two on this list, but some people may have 3, 4, 5, and there's an engagement for each participant. And this is, you can see that right now, Aaron's engagement, he is coaching Joe Smith. So what you do is you click on Joe Smith and you come up with our roadmap. So each participant, each 360 participant has their own roadmap, and this basically provides a layout for the path that you're taking in your coaching relationship. It has all of the components that we've discussed in our earlier session. So having a contracting conversation is seen as a milestone with a little flag. So a milestone has a little flag. A session, a coaching session, has these little people. So getting together and having a coaching session. And then we also have resources and forms or documents that might be helpful along the way, and that also will show up as a form. You can see that. You can send information. You'll see that particularly this session is what's next that's coming up. You can see that these have already been clicked to have been completed, and the next session, the 360 feedback review session, is what's next scheduled, and once you complete it, you can check it off as complete. So within this roadmap, it's this preset list of sessions, milestones, and surveys with the details for each one. So it gives you a little bit of what the topic may be during that time and our suggested guidance for it, as well as the duration. You can also and this is something that as a coach that you are the one that's checking off these forms. The coachee does not have permission to check off those forms. So moving on, we also may have a resource and documents which will show up in here. So if there is a goal setting tool such as a PDF or something like that, that will show up in here as well. Let you click through and just show you a little bit of this. We are going to be offering opportunities for the coachees to provide feedback on how the session is going, and we're still determining how that will look, whether it will be through here or somewhere else. So these are the roadmaps. There is also a notes section. If you click on that, the notes section is an opportunity for you as a coach to just jot down little notes around the way that the session went, some ideas that you might have for next session. It is not anything that the coachee sees, so this is purely for you. So you can see I can add a title, thoughts for next session, and then you can just start putting something in. Once you've saved everything, or once you decide that's what you want, a note has been created and you can go back. Now it doesn't show up immediately. You may be able to click out of it and click back into it, and then you will see that it shows up. So this is just for you. It's a long running list of notes for you for that particular coachee. Now the next section is for goals. What happens here is that you can add a goal. So this is an opportunity for you to be able to add the goal with your coachee, the one that the two of you have set for your 360 process. And more sub goals can be added right here. So this is another chance for the coach and the coachee to remain consistent, to check in on the goals, which I think is a really, really helpful feature here. So when you do add a goal, you first have to align the goal with a competency. So you may suggest building trusting relationships. And it gives you a little description of that goal. And now you have the category, the competency within which you can create your goal. So you add a goal based on that competency. You can also add another goal based on a competency that you've already created. But I'll just add one right here. And once you add your goal, you can also figure out where you are. Here, we'll add this goal. Oops. So now you have a goal added. You can also track the goal's progress. You can say, this is where I am today. The goal tracking can change and be progressive over time. You can set a due date for when you're going to have that goal, when you feel like you could have that goal completed by. So you can make it for October 1st. And you can start to track the goal. You can start to see where you are in setting that goal. What's also wonderful about goal setting is that you can reach out to others for support and say, hey, how do you think I've been working on this goal? How do you think I've been doing? So you can actually submit email addresses, and they can be your peers, they can be a manager, they can be one of your organizational partners, anybody that you want to get some feedback from, and you can request feedback for that person. And you can also check in and see how your goal is doing. Once you've completed your goal, you can actually check it off, or if you think that the coachee has completed that goal, you can actually check it off. Okay? The last little piece here on the little banner at the top is the chat option, and as you can see, that is coming soon. That is a feature that we believe will be really helpful in terms of live chat in real-time conversations if you need to have them with another person, with your coachee. So now if you go back over to the top left corner, you'll come back to your menu. This is where you have your dashboard, your initial, when you log on, this is what you'll see. You have the engagements, which we just went over. And then you'll also have your settings and your profile. Support is the help function. So if you need extra help, if you need tech support, anything like that, we'll click on that first. I'll show you. And you can see that there are user guides, there's webinars, and you can actually schedule a call. So if you ever need help with any of this, it's very, very helpful. So we'll go back over here. And this is the menu side again. And if you click on settings, you can actually do you can change your password and everything like that. But if you go over to the next option, there's actually a calendar, and you can sync your calendar, your Outlook calendar, your Google calendar, whatever you want with CoachLogix. So what it does is you can add a calendar, and by doing that, right now you can see that Aaron's is synced to his Google, but you can go into Outlook.com, you can go into the Exchange, whatever email you're using, whichever calendar you use, you can sync it. So, everything is a little bit tucked up here. Okay, So once you sync your calendar, you can start showing your availability for coaching times. And showing your availability for coaching times allows then the coachee to go in, see what works with their schedule, and actually arrange something with you. So we will be sending you the further instructions for how to sync your calendar, but I just wanted to give you that quick overview. So once your calendar is synced, you can say, I'm only available to coach you on, Mondays from 10 to noon, or Wednesdays from 4 to 6, or something like that, so that when it shows up, you can preview. So let's give, we'll edit the hours so you can see that on Monday, let's say you're only available to coach, and again, you can see these are military hours. Let's say you're only available to coach from 8 until noon. And then you're only available on Mondays as well from, let's say, for 2 hours in the afternoon. You save it, and then you're able to see where you're available. So you're only available, can you schedule this time? Can you schedule that time? Okay? So this is what your clients will see, is blocked out time. So that's a really helpful feature, and it hopefully will streamline the process that emails aren't flying back and forth, and is my schedule up to date, and oh, my coachee wants to meet from 3 to 4, and technically I can do it, but I would really prefer to only do my coaching on a particular date, and I want to be reasonable. So that's what's really wonderful about this calendar syncing piece, and we'll give you a little bit more information on that as another added instructional tool. And then the last little piece here is My Profile. So this is an opportunity for you to add information about yourself for your coach, for your coachee. So right now we have Aaron's face up here, and you don't have to upload a photo, that's not required, but we would suggest, it might be nice. It's nice to be able to put the face with the name, and to see the smiling face of your coach as a coachee every time you log on. So you can add a photo, but you don't have to. And then you can add information. Again, it's not necessary. You don't have to put your entire resume up on here. If there's information that you think is pertinent to how you show up as a coach and maybe the perspective that you take, or a little fun piece of information that might enhance your relationship with your coach, that is absolutely something that you can do. So you can add your own coaching experience, maybe your philosophy. If there's anything that you are particularly proud of that you think plays a role in your coaching. And again, some of these are not really relevant in terms of who you're coaching. Some of this is a little bit to make yourself available. But if you are often off-site, or if you would prefer to be meeting, for example, at Fanny Allen rather than the main campus or something like that, you can absolutely put this in here too as a reminder for your coaching. So this is really just a quick walkthrough of what all of this looks like. I hope it was at least a little bit clear for you as a starting point. If you have any more questions for us, please feel free to reach out. We also have the tech support. Her name is Lauren, and she's extremely helpful. You can click right down here at the bottom, and it documents all of your communications, but it's absolutely helpful, and she's helpful. So feel free to dig in here, play around a little bit, see what it's like to check boxes off. We'll be setting the engagements up for you on our end, on the administrative end. So if something doesn't work for you, once those engagements are set up, feel free to contact us. All right, well, I hope that this was helpful for you, and have a wonderful day.